Why I love the people of Kiambu. You know what? To me, the people of Kiambu are the best archetype of how we should be as citizens of Kenya. Let me tell you why I'm saying this. I'm not saying this out of any kind of ethnic interest. So don't interpret this as the praise for any ethnic community. Let's go beyond these ethnic fights. I'm talking about their political culture and their behavior. And I wanted to, just to look at how they behave and see whether it's beneficial for everyone else to behave like that. Now, think about the people of Kiambu. Now, the people of Kiambu have been leaders or rebellious from day one. And I really love that. Now, just think about it from this point of view. As early as 1920, they had already formed a political party. And they were already protesting against the British. They were already kicking the British out of Kenya. As early as 1920. The British hadn't even started to settle and to really exploit the country. And they were already getting kicked out by the people of Kiambu. So they have this long history of not respecting political leadership. And it goes without saying that during the War of Independence in the 1950s, a lot of the Mau Mau were also from that area. They were also from other areas, but they were also from that area. Carrying on that same tradition. Now let's fast forward to today. Now, once they introduced multi-party politics, we began to see how different areas behave. And once they came up with the new constitution that talks about counties, it became very clear about the political culture of every region of Kenya. Now, I think we can all learn from Kiambu. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because in Kiambu, they almost never re-elect any politician. You see, that's beautiful. I like that. They almost never re-elect anyone. Their first governor, they told him they'll get rid of him. They didn't like the way he was behaving. And they told him, we will get rid of you. And let me tell you, they got rid of him. And then they elected a different guy, right? The guy called Waitito, right? So he served for a short while. And they looked at his behavior and they were like, this guy is just messing up. So they were like, we should get rid of this person. And guess what? They got rid of him. They did not even wait for elections. They recalled him, impeached him, and got rid of him. And they told him even if he stands to become an MP, they will never vote for him. So he tried to go to a different county to run for member of parliament. You see, I like that. See, that's the attitude all of us are supposed to have. See, I always say this. A politician, especially in Kenya, is like toilet paper. Use once and throw away. Don't be loyal. Why are you people so loyal to these politicians? What is it about you that makes you loyal to another man to your own detriment? For me personally, I am only loyal to God and to my own bank account. Yeah. I'm not loyal to you. Let me make that very plain. I don't care who you are. I am not loyal to you. I strictly look at life from my own benefit. So I'm looking at this politician and I'm listening and I'm saying, how do I win if this guy is elected? If I don't see a win, I'm not voting for them. I don't care about your tribe. I don't care about your political affiliation. I don't care about any of that. I am strictly looking at what's in it for me. And I would encourage all of you to strictly look at what's in it for you. For you personally. Forget about group politics. Ati mtu wetu. Mtu wenyu kitu gani? You are unemployed. You live in a slum. You have no future. You have no hope. What do you mean mtu wenyu? When you're walking, when you're driving, around Nairobi, one of the peculiar things you notice about Nairobi, and you may not think that this is peculiar if you've never left Kenya. But one of the peculiar things about Nairobi is the number of pedestrians. There are like millions of people walking. Now, while you're walking, because you're the one who's walking, because you don't have a car, because you don't have wealth, you don't even have a job, right? Yeah. So you're the one who's walking on the street, and there are these big cars passing you. Those are the politicians, right? Do they stop to say hi to you? Do they give you a lift? So why would you be loyal to them? To the point of re-electing someone 5 times. You know, I see in some of these other places in Kenya, you see that there are politicians from the KANU era. And people still support them. And for me, that is a function of, how do I put this without sounding rude? It's a function of the public IQ. What does it say about you as a group having the same politicians from the KANU era? Utterly useless men who accomplished nothing for the country. Children of the home guards. What is it about you that makes you loyal to them? Year after year after year after year. And you're still poor, you're still jobless, you're still struggling. Why not get rid of them and try someone else? I mean, if you have an employee, right, and they're not performing, get rid of them. Why do you feel obligated to support them? You know, it goes back to the concept of a politician being a replacement king. You need to change your mind about that. A politician is an employee of you. You owe them nothing. They owe you everything. If they don't perform, get rid of them. How can you still support a KANU era employee? And you've been to school, you're educated. You mean to tell me there are no other Kenyans who can do that job? Anyone can fail. They are failing, right? It's a third world country, right? Anyone can be incompetent. So just get a different incompetent person. That's all I'm saying. Get rid of them. If someone has been in parliament before, get rid of them. If someone has been a governor before, get rid of them. Someone has been in the Senate before, get rid of them. Be like the people of Kiambu. 1 term only. 1 term they kick you out. I love that. I really love the people of Kiambu because they have that attitude. And it is not a surprise that Kiambu is the richest county in Kenya per capita. It is. And you can see the attitude of the people. They don't put up with the nonsense and the tricks coming from the politicians. They don't put up with it. And so whoever goes to run in Kiambu, they know they better not mess up because they know it is 1 term, you're being kicked out. If you're a governor, you'll not even finish that term. They'll kick you out mid-term. Katikati, they are not waiting. They are not putting up with any kind of BS. So you have to respect them for that. So if all Kenya had the same attitude as the people of Kiambu, I'm telling you, we would not be a third world country. We would not. So your guiding philosophy should be exactly that. Get rid of politicians after 1 term. 1 term only. Get rid of them. Get someone else. You know, and I think that's why they maintain the country in extreme poverty. You know, that's why I think the slums are still there. You see, no one is trying to get you out of the slum. No one. Because a slum is a reservoir of votes. You know, when you're poor, it's very easy to influence someone who's poor. You know, we said this, or rather it is said that poverty always leads to a loss of IQ by up to 20 points. And it's true. No matter how clever you are, if you're put into poverty, you lose 20 IQ points immediately. You cannot make proper decisions. See, because you're hungry. So you see, you go into a slum with an SUV, you know, a big car like a Prado. And the people in the slum, that's you, get very impressed by these cars that the politician is driving. You get very impressed. It moves you to support them. And so you support them on the basis of the car that they're driving. Not because they'll do anything for you, But if you take that same car to a place like Kiambu, no one cares. No one is impressed because they even have better cars. So you cannot impress them using a car that they already own. So you have to give your development agenda. And when they listen to you and they feel like what you're saying doesn't make sense, they're not supporting you. And so the disparity in wealth, people say it's a question of corruption. No, it's not a question of corruption. No, it's a question of the the intelligence, the critical thinking skills of the population in a particular location. The higher the IQ, the higher the wealth, the better the political decisions that the citizens make. So all of you can change your mind. Stop supporting anyone who was in parliament as a rule of thumb. If they're in parliament, don't support them, period. There is nothing like mtu wetu. Always say, bank account yangu. That's what you're supposed to say. Tumbo yangu. Hakuna mtu wetu, ni tumbo yangu. Mtu wenyu, and they'll pass you in the SUV. They'll not give you a lift. So it's time to move forward from this third world kind of politics. Be like the people of Kiambu.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and comment below. Kenya's time has come. Our time has come. Your time has come. A time to succeed and not fail. A time to grow wealth and not poverty. A time to go up and not down. It's time for you to stop walking and drive your car. Stop renting and buy yourself a house. It's your time to get blessed. Join the CCV movement and together let us keep poverty and unemployment out of Kenya. Become a member today. Donate what you can. And remember that the CCV is the only political organization in Kenya that is squarely built upon Christian values, unlike the rest. We'll see you next time. Thank you.